Well, guys, hopefully all the stuff is here. I only got CDs and LPs. I'm surprised I actually don't have any cassettes or singles. I usually get some singles, but oh well. So yeah, guys, as always, I wasn't planning on getting this much stuff, but that just seems how it turns out. Anyway, you can see this layout here of the video. I'm still trying to figure out how I'm going to do this, but as you can see, there's the back wall. I usually have it on the floor. You can see the record collection, but here I have it up higher, so you can't really see any of that. But at least you can see the back wall here and my record player. But right here I have a Metallica ticket from my show up on the wall. I know it looks kind of dumb, but I had a hell of a time at that fucking show. 3 of the original members from the debut album to present are still in the band. The bassist has changed a couple times through the years. They're all getting pretty old. I'm glad they can still rock, and I think they're best in the last 20 years. Over here I got some of the frames. Right here is a Metallica picture disc with one of the former bassists, Jason Newsted. And then here's Joan Jett, a sealed 10-inch Runaways, and a photo. The photo came with one of her albums, but I'm not sure if it originally did, but I think that's really cool there. I really like that stuff. I like showing it in the videos. Anyway, I'm going to be showing you all these finds, so let's get to it. Right here I have some CDs to show. Right here I got Metallica's album Load. I wasn't planning on getting this. I just saw it for $4. I actually wasn't planning on getting all of Metallica's albums even on vinyl, but I ended up doing that. In CD, I gotten a lot more than I originally thought of. I could still get Reload, but I might not even get that unless it's free because it's not a really good album. But here is Load, which is pretty decent. I tried. This is when Metallica was going through a phase for a little bit. They have shorter hair and they're not doing thrash metal anymore. And less heavy metal as well, even though they're on here. But it's a lot of like roots of southern rock and country, some blues and some alternative rock. Just kind of all over in that direction. It's a farther direction from their previous albums. And this is from 1996. Okay, right here is a live album I got. A Market Square Heroes, the Indianapolis Broadcast 1988. It's a 2 CD set. Majority of it is that show from November 24th, 1988. Some of the other stuff on here is some interviews and some other things they've thrown on here. I'm a little disappointed with this because the sound quality is not really good, honestly. I should have known that anyway because during the 80s, Metallica didn't record a lot of their live concerts professionally. They didn't really start doing that till like the early 90s. Yeah, they've been starting to release some of their live recordings from the 80s, which sound a hell of a lot better than this, but even those are not perfect. So there's not a lot of like professional sounding ones during the 80s. But it's still a really kick-ass show sounding. It's just the quality is just pretty bad. It's like a bootleg. So I'm not going to listen to it that much. But I think it's cool to have for the collection anyway. Okay, right here is something I know more hardcore fans would have got. I'm not like a totally hardcore fan of Joan Jett. I still love her. But I'm not like extremely crazy over her music. It's when I'm in the mood I like her music, but I just like her and I like collecting her stuff. Yeah, I just figured to get this anyway. It was $6 and it's a promo CD. It's an EP for the album Sinner. It has AC/DC and 5, which were new songs at the time. Right here it also has Bad Reputation with The Vacancies, Guilt Within My Head, Evil Sting, and Cherry Bomb. Even has the tour dates for that tour. Okay, right here this one I got for $3.95. I got it at this like shitty hipster store. I cannot believe I found it. It wasn't even in the right spot of I found it. I just found it somewhere random. Finally got the Zombies Odyssey and Article on CD. But better than that, instead of the studio album, it's the album in mono and stereo. And it also has a Rose from Emily alternative version 2, Time of the Season alternative mix, and Care of a Cell 44 backing track. Alright guys, we're going with the LPs, but first is actually a 12-inch single. It's a promo I got for $6, and it's my first Boston record. Can't You Say You Believe in Me? It's the same song on both sides. I mainly got it because it's a promo. I saw Boston in concert recently when I saw Joan Jett. Okay, right here, these next 2 records would have cost me like 20 cents, but I got them for free. I got Peter, Paul, and Mary. I don't know if it's a debut album, but it's from 1962. So I figured why not. The condition is a lot better than you'd think. And the other one I got for free again is another Peter, Paul and Mary, In the Wind. Okay, right here is some records that I paid about 20-25 cents. These are from that same pile. Yeah, this one's The Avengers, Golden Greats by The Avengers. The condition is pretty thrashed, but I just got to have it, really. So, okay, right here got Linda Ronstadt, Prisoner in Disguise. I don't recognize this album. Not that I've listened to much of her stuff, but I just don't recognize this title. Figured why not. And the other one for 25 cents is another Linda Ronstadt, Simple Dreams, which of course I've seen this one a lot. Yeah, it's kind of fair, why not? I mean, I wouldn't have gotten this stuff for more because it's like a standard US pressing and the albums are pretty common, but they're this cheap. Okay, this record, I paid $1 for it. I thought this album's actually a lot more rare to find, but I guess not. It's Aerosmith's debut record. I believe it's a reissue, at least from the same year, because I believe the cover is different. But record's not too bad shape. Yeah, of course it has Dream On and Mama Kim. This is from 1973, so pretty early. Alright guys, I'm actually going to be showing you a collection that I kind of built of this artist. I think I'm kind of done with this artist. I'm not going to really collect anymore. It was just kind of a phase really quick that I wanted to do. Joe Mean Mr. Mail kind of got me interested in collecting some Brenda Lee. So Brenda Lee's an artist I was never going to start collecting. I mean, I know some of her stuff, but she's just nothing really special to have. But so I just tried to find some that were a little out of the ordinary to have, I guess, not just standard US pressings. One of my record stores has a million of these albums, but I was just kind of looking for the more special ones. Right here I got Emotions, which I like this album cover here. It's a really cool one. She was like pretty young in there too, but this is actually a promo copy. It's on the Pink Decca label, which I believe was the promos at the time. Okay, my next one here is All the Way. Another adorable cover there. But this one again is another promo. Doesn't mention promo on the label, but I've heard and looked up info. I've heard that the pink labels are the promo copies. This next one here, I kind of just got it. It was $2. It's a standard copy, but I thought the condition was alright, so I figured to just get it. All Alone Am I? Yeah, it's just a standard one, but... Okay, here's another standard copy, but it was in the shrink wrap, so I got it. So, the shrink wrap is a little bit crazy on here, so I just have a sleeve. But the record is actually more beaten up than the other records I've gotten of Brenda Lee, but like I said, the shrink wrap. Here we go again. Too Many Rivers. Again, is a promo, but it's on the white label, Decca. Alright, here's a really interesting one to have. I got Reflections in Blue, but this is actually still sealed here. It's, I believe, from 1967. You can see that. It reminds me so much of the Who's Decca albums. That'd be amazing to find theirs sealed, but those would be crazy money. Yeah, there's a hole punch here as well. That's the only place that the shrink is ripped. But okay, here is one that I'm pretty confused about. Brenda and Pete for the first time. As you can see, it's sealed. But the thing that confused me is there's a hole punch right here. But as you could tell, probably, there is no rip in the shrink wrap. So I don't know if the record cover got hole punched and then they got it sealed, or someone who had the record resealed it. I don't know. But and even on here there's a sticker that says 3-for-1 promo records. So could this be a promo too? I don't know. But okay, here is what I believe to be the last Brenda Lee record for the video, Let It Be Me, sealed. Yeah, she does a Beatle cover, Can't Buy Me Love. Alrighty guys, continuing with this video. This next record I paid $20 for. I didn't even know about this album from this artist, but it's David Bowie, Never Let Me Down. And it's actually still sealed, and it's a promo. It's the only spot that it's open is where it says promo. So yeah, I thought that was cool to have. I never heard of this album, so. Okay, here's this next record I got for $25. It's a brand new reissue of it. It's a Love Supreme by John Coltrane. Yeah, it's like experimental jazz from like 1965, I believe. Oh God. Here's his next record. I really like the artwork and stuff on here. But yeah, it's Nancy Sinatra, Country My Way, and it's a white label promo. But man, look at this freaking art. Look at that. Yeah, why not, you know? Alright, this next record, I can't remember how much I paid. I believe it was only like $3. Yeah, I got Ted Nugent, Intensity in 10 Cities. Main reason I got it is because it's a Canadian pressing. So, why not? I like collecting imports from artists that I like. Ted Nugent is an artist I don't really particularly care to keep US pressings, but my dad's a huge Ted Nugent fan. Like, my dad's seen him a bunch of times since 1979, so, and it's pretty cool. And I got another Ted Nugent record for the collection, because like I said, I like Ted Nugent, I just don't really collect standard US pressings. But this was $13 and I got Free For All, which actually has some really good songs on it. And as you can see, it's a white label promo. Yeah, I got a couple white label promos of Ted Nugent, so I'll keep going if I can find them. Alright, here I got a Joan Jett record. They charged me about 17 bucks for it, which I thought was alright. But it's a record store day issue, used, of album. Yep, yellow vinyl, so I had to get it. Alright, here's his next record. Was a big surprise for me to find. I've mainly been buying their records online, but I saw this in a record store, just randomly found it. I paid $15 for it, and it's the best of the Runaways. Yeah, why not? This next record, I paid like $6 for, and I cannot believe it. I honestly feel like this is a pretty rare record. I've never really found originals by this artist. I got it at this like Guitar Center type place. It wasn't Guitar Center, but similar. It had a bunch of records. A lot of them were shit, but then they had some cool ones like this. They're all like $6. They had some overpriced ones, but here we go. They just charged me $6. Sounds like they're fucking suckers. It's Chuck Berry, Berry's on Top. Frickin' original pressing, I believe. Someone correct me, but... Alright guys, this next record I paid 25 bucks for. At one of my record stores they had a lot of reissues. Then I saw this around them and I didn't know if this could have been a reissue, but I believe it's an original. The Misfits, Legacy of Brutality. It says jacket made in Canada, but I believe might be a US. But Cliff Burton from Metallica, the bassist, who fortunately passed away in 1986, he had this record in his collection. So I kind of just got that as a token for him. Yeah, this is, I believe, from 1985, but it's kind of like thrown with a lot of recordings, because the Misfits were kind of an underground band, like the late 70s, early 80s. But I believe that's when these recordings are from. Okay, this next record is another one I just found out of nowhere and I just had to get it. I only paid 17 bucks. It's a Japanese pressing of Stray Cats. These guys are pretty interesting. I just got it because it's just really cool and something different to have. So, okay, here's another record. Paid $35 for, and it's just something different. I like to collect different stuff. It's the Cramps, A Date with Elvis. Just a cool cover. Yeah, the record on the back, it says 1985, 1986. It says made in England, but then it also says made in the EEC. But I believe it's an original. Okay, this next record I paid $30 for, and I believe it's a Who bootleg, and I think it's from Australia too. It's the Whose Souvenir. It's a double album, and it's 2 different concerts thrown into one. The first record here is, I believe, from Fillmore East show from April 1968. And the other record, I'm guessing it has to be from like 73 or 4, because it has some Quadrophenia songs on it. Alright guys, this record, I found it online and I just had to get it, and it was a pretty good price. I think I paid about 25, 30 bucks. It's another white label promo. The Jam in the City. So I cannot believe it. Has a sticker on there too. I just love the Jam on this record. They just fucking rock. Art School is my favorite song of all time. I could play that all day long. The only thing is the song is only 1:59 minutes. That's the only fucking bummer about it. Taking My Love is another cool one on here. And they got some other cool ones like I Changed My Address, Slow Down. They even do the Batman theme, which is something the Who did in the 60s. This album's from 1977. Punk mod revival band here. But they kind of changed after this. At least by the 3rd album, they were completely different. This is their debut album. But yeah, I just think it's kind of a shame that the Jam didn't really put out that many albums with this kind of sound, because it's just, I think it's a really cool sound here. I mean, their 2nd album still kind of follows it, but like half and half of what this is and then what they're going into. And it's unfortunate that the Jam's more popular stuff is all the stuff that came out after their debut. This is not one of their popular albums, unfortunately, but I really like it. The only reason I like the Jam, to be honest. So okay, the rest of the video is Beatles stuff. Here I paid 25 bucks for it, and it's another copy of something I have. It's the Red album, and it's on red vinyl, so why the fuck not? I originally got my first copy of this for 50 bucks. They're both US pressings, both of those copies. Alright guys, here we go. This record I paid $15 for. I almost left it because I have a copy of it. I noticed the pressing was different, so. Here's Beatles Greatest. This is from Holland. It's on the green label. I still don't have an original of this, unfortunately. Alright guys, here I got this record for $15. This is one of the US Beatles albums that I don't honestly see that much in terms of originals. Decided to get it. It's the early Beatles. And it's in the shrink. Looks pretty good shape. Record is a little worn, but I'm okay with that. I don't think it's actually a first pressing. Okay guys, I believe we're almost at the end here. I got 2 records left. This one I paid 40 bucks for, and I believe it's a bootleg. It's Broad Road. But I believe it just takes from the album. It's basically the whole Abbey Road album here. The track listing looks the same, except it doesn't have the song The End on there. The Rubber Soul label. Okay guys, here's I believe the last record. I paid a little bit more than I would have for albums. I found a original master recording, Mobile Fidelity Sound Lab of the Beatles White Album. So, sad to get it. I don't think this pressing comes with posters or photos, because mine doesn't, and I saw online that I don't think it does, but anyone could correct me on that. It says pressed in Japan, so I don't know if these are from Japan, but comes with these weird things. I'll just show you one of them, but it's for each record. Just showing the lyrics, like the poster, but it's just like this. So that's record 1, and then of course record 2. So yeah guys, I hope you enjoyed this video. So yeah guys, I appreciate any of the comments that you guys give me. I've noticed that I haven't been getting as much, maybe probably because I haven't been making that many videos. I know I've been getting likes, so if you've been watching, give me a like. Don't be shy to comment. I really appreciate all of them. Anyway, thanks for watching, and take care.